Well, NFL.com released their preseason power rankings, and the NFC owns the top of the list with the Panthers, Cardinals, and Packers at 1, 2, and 3. The Broncos and the Patriots rounding out the top 5. So the Seahawks, Steelers, Vikings, Chiefs, and Raiders round out the top 10. One team that didn't make the top 10, that would be America's team, who came in at number 18 despite Dallas being the favorite to win the NFC East, according to the odds makers. So joining us now, two-time Super Bowl champ Damien Woody in the house. Thank you for joining us. We need your expertise. But Stephen A., I want to start with you here in your favorite team, the Cowboys. Do they belong in the top half of the power rankings?
Before I answer that question, I need an answer. Who the hell made this power rankings? Who did this?
You need names again?
I need names.
I don't have the names.
Who did this? Who did this? This is Elliot Harrison.
Oh, I know Elliot.
For the NFL.
NFL Network.
I've never met him.
I met him.
I'm sure he's a very, very nice guy. Elliot, I'm speaking only for this particular segment. Nothing else in life. I don't like you right now. Here is why. He's going to actually have me defending these damn Cowboys. I really don't appreciate this. Let me tell you something right now. How in the hell are the Jacksonville Jaguars ranked above the Dallas Cowboys? Everybody making all of this noise about Miles Jack. I think Miles Jack is going to be big time once he gets healthy. But last time I checked, he was in college. He's just coming to the NFL. There's a maturation process that takes place, not to mention the fact that, correct me if I'm wrong, Damien, I mean, didn't this dude have a knee injury that he has to overcome? And there's a question as to whether or not he's going to even be available for the beginning of the season. I think that's the same Miles Jack. Am I wrong? I'm just saying. Damien Woody, I'm just saying. I'm just checking. Is that right? Okay.
I'm asking.
He
said true like T-R-U. No E at the end.
Watch it. Okay. So we got the Jaguars. That's number 17. That's somebody that should be behind the Cowboys. Okay. Let me just go down the list here. Why are the Texans at number 13? Brock Osweiler is your quarterback? We're not sure about him. We saw him for 7 games last year, being supported by one of the top defenses in all of the NFL, which ended up showing us that because they won the Super Bowl championship by neutralizing Cam Newton, the bad man that he is. Okay, so why is they there? Why are they there? I'm not sure. And by the way, is J.J. Watt going to be ready? Are we sure? Are we sure that J.J. Watt is going to be ready? I don't think we're sure. So that's at number 13. I don't understand why the Texans are there. That's 2 of them right there, okay? Then let's go down the list here. The Raiders. I like the Raiders. I think the Raiders have a tremendous upside. But what have they done? The fact of the matter is, you got Carr. We know he could play. Amari Cooper's a stud. Khalil Mack is the man. No doubt about it. But they still got some things to prove. And getting back to the Jacksonville Jaguars, they haven't won more than 5 games in 5 years, and they haven't been 500 or better since 2007. But they're above the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I just can't believe it. This dude, what's this dude's name again? Who's this?
Elliot Harrison. Good dude. You'll like him. He knows his football.
I'm not saying he doesn't know his football. I'm not questioning his knowledge. I would never question the knowledge of those dudes over there because they're my friends. Elliot, I don't like you right now because you got me defending the Cowboys. We're going to talk about this when I meet you, okay? Now, we got that out the way, okay? So we're looking at that. Don't get me started with the Bengals, who still haven't won a playoff game in 12 years under Marvin Lewis. 12 years hasn't won one single playoff game.
Dalton wasn't healthy.
Even the Dallas Cowboys won a playoff game and reached. I can't believe I'm saying this right now. This is breaking my heart. Okay, and so we got all of that going on. Then the Broncos at number 4. Oh, Mark Sanchez, Paxton Lynch, and some dude, Trevor Siemian, is going to be your quarterback. I just gave you 5 questionable teams.
You got a lot of nerve.
So all I'm saying to you is this. The Dallas Cowboys, there's 6 teams, playoffs from each conference. Dallas, it's possible because the Redskins should be the favorite, but I think they're allergic to prosperity, just like the Cowboys are, and I think it's a toss-up in the NFC East. It is possible that the Dallas Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. I don't see how. I can't believe I'm saying this. It's sacrilegious. I want to apologize to all of those people out there who support me and know me to despise the Cowboys because they have the worst fan base in history. I can't stand them. The fans, they make me sick. I just can't stand Cowboy fans. They're the worst. But I actually have to come to the defense of the Cowboys today because of this, because I'm objective and I'm fair. I'm objective and I'm fair.
Allow me and you can adjudicate.
Go ahead.
Okay. I know, I mean, the nerve of you. I know you're not sitting there talking about, well, first of all, you're like, what have they ever done? You better start worrying about what they're going to do and not what they've done, because we're talking about this upcoming year. All these teams.
All right.
That's number 1. Number 2, I know Stephen A. Smith isn't sitting over there bringing up injury history with other teams. Look, if you're playing the Dallas Cowboys roster on Madden and you take injury mode off and you take
I only mentioned injuries about the Jaguars.
And you take suspension mode off, then yeah, the Cowboys, their roster on paper.
But I only mentioned it about the Jaguars. Just the Jaguars.
Yeah.
What have you done? I forgot the Jaguars had a damn team.
Okay, now let's talk about the Cowboys. Tony Romo, your quarterback, is highly unlikely to make it through the season. He is a chronic back issue, and he's old. Now, when he's on the field, is he elite? Yes, but he's not on the field a whole lot. Des Bryant was hurt a lot of last year. Jason Witten is old and played all banged up last year and was less effective than he would otherwise be. Ezekiel Elliott is dealing with injury right now. Hamstring. The whole front seven is suspended. On paper, again, Madden, you take suspension mode off and injury mode off. Yeah. I'll give it to you. The Cowboys are a top-tier team. But you play in reality, the Cowboys are a bottom-half team. They're probably not going to have a quarterback for most of the year, Stephen A.
You know, it's funny hearing you guys. You guys deal in hypotheticals. I deal in facts, okay? And the facts are this. All the quarterbacks that you mentioned, none of them can stand in the same room as Tony Romo. Tony Romo is one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. We know that this is a quarterback-driven league. Mm-hmm. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys offensively, they can score points with any team in the National Football League. Yes, granted, their front seven on defense right now stinks. It seems like half the front seven is suspended. But the easiest way to make the playoffs is winning your division, right? Would you all agree?
Yeah.
Sure.
So let's take a look at the NFC East.
Yes, please.
What defense in that division scares you? The Giants bought a defense. We don't know what they're going to do.
The Eagles are non-existent, but what about the Redskins?
I'm not buying the Redskins defense.
Norman with Breland?
I'm not buying that.
You're going
to have to show me.
None of them scare you. None of them. But on paper, the Giants and Washington probably have a better defense than Dallas.
Listen, my preseason pick, I'm picking the Giants to win that division.
Me too.
But I think within that division, it's going to be a shootout every week. So what personnel is better capable of a shootout than the Dallas Cowboys?
The personnel that's on the field.
Tell me. First of all.
Well, you're dealing in hypotheticals. What if? What if? No, what is it? Right now, is Tony Romo out? Right now, is Tony...
I think, listen, I just said I defended the Cowboys.
Is Tony Romo out?
Hold on, wait a minute. You just finished telling us that you got the Giants. Ain't that a hypothetical?
Yes, I got the Giants. But listen, when we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, we said the original question was, do they deserve to be in the upper echelon?
17.
That means in the top 16. Do I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are a top 16
That's
team?
right.
Yes, they do. I'm not saying that they're going to go to the playoffs.
So you agree with me?
Yes, I do agree with you.
But you're both wrong because even though you're saying I'm dealing in hypotheticals, you got to have an idea of what's likely or unlikely to happen. Is it likely, knock wood, that Eli Manning makes it through the season? He's only the current consecutive games played leader in the NFL.
Hold on.
Knock wood again.
I got it.
But is Tony Romo likely to make it through the season?
Hold on. Max Kellerman. Stop bringing up the reliability of Eli Manning.
Why?
We respect him. He's a two-time Super Bowl champion. He is also a quarterback that has not missed a game, really, since he's got into as a starter. But he's led the league in interceptions 3 times. He's missed the playoffs 3 of the last 4 years.
He's on the field.
6 of the last 7 years. He's been home watching the playoffs like me and you. My point to you
Tony
is...
Romo got 2 playoff wins in his career.
Don't get me. I'm not defending Tony Romo. I'm not defending Tony Romo. I'm saying that if you're going to give me the Jacksonville Jaguars, it can't be. You can't have me in a position that I'm coming out of because you tell me Blake Bortles is going to be better.
What was the original question?
The original question. Cowboys.
All the Dallas Cowboys are upper echelon teams. Yes, they are.
On paper, but the game isn't played on paper.
Where should they be? Are they top 10?
No, they're not.
Hold on, by the way, one last thing. You said that none of those quarterbacks that they were mentioned with teams could stand in the room with Tony Romo. Actually, Andy Dalton performed at I know he has a bad playoff track record. Until he got hurt, played extremely well last year. I would certainly say on a Tony Romo level.
But nobody said, listen, when we point out the Bengals, it's really not about Dalton. It's decent as he is because his problem is the postseason. His problem is the postseason, not the regular season.
Yeah.
But the point is that culpability. When I talk about the Cincinnati Bengals, everything is a byproduct of Marvin Lewis because you've been there for 12 years and you haven't won a single playoff game. You haven't found a way to win a single playoff game. And last year, y'all melted down because of lack of discipline. That was definitely on Marvin Lewis because you got to be able to reel those players in. Am I wrong?
You're on point. Listen, Cincinnati Bengals got one of the best rosters in the National Football League.
Cowboys too on offense.
No. On offense, yes, they got a potent offense.
But they don't stay on the field. The roster doesn't do it. The players on the field do it.
We can't talk about last year.
The Broncos are too high, too.
What do you think's going to happen this year?
Damien, you're getting them all riled up.
I'm just starting.
All of a sudden,
I know. You're going to be back with us.
You'll
be back in a minute.
all the time. Everybody's giving
When we come back, Kyrie Irving saved Team USA against Australia just like he saved the Cavs season in Game 7. What does the close call mean? The guys...